My favorite rap from Sister Debbie will be, "Why are you looking at me like a goat stuck on a rope?" Something. What's it again?
I said like a goat tied to
a rope.
Yeah, no, I
don't
remember.
You don't remember your own rap lines?
Your face is like a distant, like a goat tied to a boat to the rope, chewing some oats, or like a swine, drinking some slime, playing some tricks on my mind, wasting my time. A frog hopping on top of a log, chasing a dog, jogging in fog, a rat chewing the fat of a cat, a bat wearing a hat.
Who are you insulting?
This was for all the women that were angry at their boyfriends.
Oh, so that was what it was about. Was this after the breakup?
No, this actually Bola is from 2014.
Yeah, okay. So that was a long time ago. Were you predicting something?
Oh, come on.
So you were insulting someone ahead of time. Let's look at your face like a ghost.
No.
Have you been, Sister Debbie?
Very well, thank you.
Everything okay? How's your heart? Has your heart healed? Are you fine?
Oh, my heart was healed like a year ago.
Really?
Yes.
But it must have been a difficult time for you in the beginning.
Oh, yes. Because, I mean, I was dealing with betrayal and that was more...
was that really what it was? Because, you know, we heard stories that you rather betrayed him.
Oh, how? Which story? I've never heard that story.
Oh, you never heard it?
No.
Well, we heard stories about the fact that you cheated on him at a point.
Oh, you are lying. I've never even heard that.
Never?
You are the only one saying this.
Really?
I've never heard that.
Well, I heard it. That they were saying that you cheated on him at a point, and that's probably why he moved on.
I've never heard it. Never, and I don't regret not cheating.
You don't regret not cheating?
Yeah, because I never felt like...
Even though he broke your heart, don't you wish that maybe you should have just, you know, had your fun?
No, because when I take my mind back to when I was dating him, I was very happy. I never felt like cheating. I was never attracted to anybody else, so I do not regret. I do not regret not cheating. I do not.
Do you think he was in love with you for real, or do you think it was just, you know?
I think he was to an extent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you gotten over him?
Oh yes, of course. A long time ago. If I hadn't gotten over him, I wouldn't have been able to release Kakalika Love in 2018.
But that was a jab at him, and
no, it wasn't a jab. So you were the first person that interviewed me about the relationship, and you asked if I was dating him, and I said yes. So all my fans knew that I was in a relationship with this person, okay? So as we broke up, I mean, before the news really came out there, he was seen, you know, posting this other girl on social media and stuff like that. So people were confused, asking me questions, wondering what had happened because they had never seen or heard.
Exactly.
They hadn't seen it coming. Well, some had, because you know there were rumors around the time Ebony passed. There were rumors. So some people knew, you know.
Did you know about it before it actually came out?
Oh, of course. You did. Of course. Like I had already removed myself. But let me finish answering the first question. You asked Bella, what did you ask? Bella's like,
now I'm even confused as well. Let's move on. When we remember, we'll come back to it. Okay. But do you regret ever dating him? Because a lot of people felt as if you were too good of a girl, too pretty and too up high there to want to date an artist in the music industry. Okay, so first of all, I'm not the type of person that looks at maybe your what they call class and things like that. I go with the vibe and the personality, how the person makes me feel, how the person treats me. So no, I do not regret dating him. However, when you know, I was kind of being embarrassed and humiliated on social media by him and his partner, I got a lot of support from fans and people that I didn't even know, like strangers, saying things like that. It's your fault. Why did you go and date this person? It's your fault. So even though I was happy with him, it helped me overcome the whole breakup and stuff. Does that make sense to you? I get what you mean. So you were never bitter about the other lady?
I'm not someone who is... Do I look bitter?
Well, do I look like there's bitter something in my mouth? I mean, it's natural. If I was dating someone and he left me for another woman, I'd be angry. Yeah,
I would be sad, but I won't be bitter. I'm not someone that keeps grudges. At all. I even forget sometimes. Like, I even forget that maybe I had... Sometimes I remember, oh, I haven't seen this person in a while. Like, I try and remember, you know. So I'm not someone, I don't think I've ever been bitter.
Okay.
And I feel like I get that from my mom. My mom went through a bad separation from my dad when I was 3. And my mom is someone who has never spoken bad about my father.
Wow.
Yes. And she's someone who, if you ask her what happened, like the other day I had to ask her what happened. I'm like, Mama, how come you never talk about... She's like, oh, because I've deleted everything. I don't think about that. Wow. So she's very good friends with my dad. And my dad had children with 2 other women, you know, aside my mom, and she's she loves the other children as well. My mom always teaches you that it's never the child's fault.
So are you good friends with Medical now?
Yes, we are good friends.
Oh, good friends. I said you talk on a daily.
We don't talk on a daily. We don't keep in touch regularly.
But at least there's no bad blood.
There is no bad blood.
What about Fela?
I've never been her friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there ever going to be an opportunity to sit down and talk about this issue between the two of you?
Oh, there's no need to.
You don't need closure?
No. I have closure and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I accepted from the beginning. So you see, when someone makes it clear to you that they are frolicking with this person and they don't even consider your feelings and your reputation and they put it out there, why would you want to be with such a person, or why would you chase such a person? You should never chase anybody.
Okay.
Also, if you love someone and you really love them and they want to do something, you let them go. That's real love.
If they're meant to come back, they will.
Yes, and that's if you want them back.
Would you want him back?
No, thank you.
Never? No. What if maybe, God forbid, I mean, I'm not wishing bad on their relationship, but what if it doesn't work and he comes back to apologize to you?
He has apologized already, like twice.
Has he tried getting back?
I don't think so in that way, because I think he's someone that is concerned about what Ghanaians or people think.
And so he wouldn't want to. What I asked earlier was whether you believe he was really in love with you.
Yes, and I said to some extent.
To some extent.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the question you wanted to answer, so I had to bring it back so that you...
No, that wasn't a question. It was something else.
It was something else.
Yeah.
I was going to try and remember it along the line.
Okay.
But I mean, moving away from that, your brother was speaking a lot. I remember he had an interview with Miss G where he was talking about, you know, Fela wanting to copy every style of yours.
Not wanting to, copying.
She was actually copying. So you also agree that she was copying your style?
Yes, of course. She was doing that during my relationship with him and then after. It's not something that's new, just that I never spoke about it.
She was doing that during a relationship with him.
Yeah.
Did you notice?
Yes, I noticed.
So you knew what she was in there somewhere, you know, involved?
No, I just thought she wanted to be like me or wanted
So maybe she genuinely admired you.
Exactly.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that,
There's nothing wrong with that. However,
so
when One Love...
make it a case?
Yes, because when One Love came out, because it was getting hilarious, like ridiculous, as in I wore this outfit to perform at Back to Soweto, and you know what? I can't believe we are still talking about this, because I avoided doing interviews for like a whole year, and now I'm doing interviews to promote my music. But
we're going to promote
all the producers are still.
I'm just concerned, and me honestly, when I'm talking to you, I forget that they're cameras.
Okay, so she wore this. So she wore this. Girl, you should have called me for the filler.
Well, I did text you. You remember that, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wore this outfit, which this young girl, you know, sells via Instagram, and usually I accept these outfits because I like to support new entrepreneurs upcoming. It's not like I don't have other options, you know, and then sometimes the stuff is cute. So I wore this to perform at Back to Soweto, where I was invited to perform, and then the next performance that he did with her, she went and got the same outfit and wore that. So it was
what if it's the designer who wanted to get it?
It's not a designer.
Okay, whoever was selling the
problem.
outfit.
But if Berla Mundi wears this suit, I'm not going to wear the same thing. At least I'll buy orange or white. Yeah, but
if there's no option and I love the outfit?
But you are dating the person I used to date, and you've done it consistently. And
so I shouldn't wear clothes
again
that are similar to his ex just because I'll be accused of
I'm not saying don't, but it makes you look crazy and it makes you look obsessed with me.
You think that's the case?
Yes.
Obsessed.
That's the case. Yeah, it makes you look obsessed with me and not even the guy you came for. It makes you look obsessed with me.
Why didn't you address this privately? Why did your brother have to come out to speak about it?
My brother didn't come out and speak about it just like that. He made a rap song called GH Wrap Up, and then it was mentioned in there because she had been doing it for like over 3 years. If you want proof, it's all over the internet. People, bloggers have done collages. Fans always comment about it. They come to my page and be like, oh, she's copying. And I don't mind. That means like I influence or inspire.
Okay.
But it's a bit ridiculous and creepy when you want everything I've worn, you want my boyfriend, you want to stay in the neighborhood I used to stay in. So many things. You send pictures of me to people who sell on Instagram.
I do that sometimes. I mean, if I see something you're wearing and I like it, I'll send it and
say,
I like this. Do you have some?
Fine, perfect. So why is it that when One Love's mentioned it, because he was asked about that based on his song called GH Wrap Up, where he talked about everybody or almost everything in the industry, why did she come out and say she's not copying? She should have come out and said, yo, I like your style and I'm imitating it. What's your problem? I like it. But that shows that that wasn't the case. She was denying it. So that's where the question mark comes, like, oh, come on. So I thought it was trolling. People saw it as trolling and mocking because she was doing it so evidently and so obviously. Yeah. And we thought it was mocking. So when it came out and one of us asked, she went ranting on Twitter, shading or subbing One Love, right? So he put out all the evidence of the pic stage, the collages, whatever bloggers had put together. And then she denied it. She was like, I'm not copying you.
Maybe she really wasn't. Maybe, I'm just saying. I'm playing
yeah, maybe it was just a coincidence that she was wearing the exact same thing all the time and sending my pictures to people asking for the same thing, but in her size.
Sister Derby. Oh my word. Anyway, let's move away from that and talk about you and your music career. From Uncle Obama to Boiler to what?
Ghana Jollof.
Ghana Jollof,
Kakalika
Love and all of that.
Yes.
So now we have a new one as well.
Yeah.
Which is called Somebody. This is different though, because I was expecting another funny name.
Oh.
Yeah. So how did this change?
Okay, so for the past year, I've been working on my first ever EP.
I see.
7 brand new tracks. It's called the African Mermaid EP. And the first track is Libi Libi, which features Honobium. And we know Libi Libi is about gossiping, you know. I gossip, you gossip, so Libi Libi, laba laba.
Yeah.
And it was produced by King Stan. He's a producer based in Denmark. And King Stan is the person that's going to, or that has already mixed and mastered my whole EP. And the reason for that is for, you know, the same quality to run through the whole EP. So he's going to give the final touch of everything. Okay. And then Somebody is track 3 of my upcoming EP. And it features Yakuto. She's Ghanaian German. And she's most of the time in Germany, but Ghana as well. She's, you know, between both countries. And it was produced by Kuvi.
I see.
Kuvi is well known.
So you selected these people that you decided to work with?
Yes, I selected them.
How was it like working with them?
Yakuto is very professional. She's a singer-songwriter and she delivered in no time. Working with her on set was also pretty easy. Yeah. And the video, which you guys might play soon, was directed by Benzola. Benzola is more of a filmmaker, but he's doing music videos now, and he's very professional as well.
What does Somebody talk about?
Okay, so Somebody is a bit of a twist when it comes to courting. So with this song, the woman is rather courting a vulnerable man. She's telling him, if you need somebody to love you, I could be that somebody. Could you be my somebody? So, you know, sometimes there are some people, well, there's different aspects, but in this aspect, I was inspired because there's some people that haven't really been shown love growing up or in general, and then they are scared of love. There's a lot of men who are scared of love, more than women.
A lot, exactly.
The way you're saying it, you can relate.
Oh, no, I'm not relating. I'm just saying it's true because I know that there are people who are scared of even commitment.
Exactly, exactly. So this is where the woman is, you know, convincing or courting the guy, telling him that if you need somebody, I could be your somebody. Could you be my somebody? And there's this phrase I say in the song, which most people won't understand because it's not English. It's Romanian. I say, am sete iubesc. It means I will love you.
Am sete iubesc.
Am sete iubesc. But if you want to say I love you in Romanian, it's te iubesc.
Te iubesc.
Yes.
And am sete iubesc is I will love you.
Yes, am sete iubesc. So you are telling the man that you will love him.
I see.
Yes.
Well, this is Sister Debbie teaching us some Romanian language this early morning. I have not had breakfast. Let me not bite my tongue. But this brand new video, we're going to play it right now. It's called Somebody and it features Yakuto music. Right?
It's fine. Yeah, Yakuto.
Yeah. So that's Sister Debbie's brand new one, Somebody. Take a look.
It's Sister Debbie. Yakuto. Somebody to kiss you. You need somebody to love you. I could be the somebody. Could you be my somebody? Somebody. Somebody. Could you be somebody? Somebody. Wanna show you something. We could do a fun thing. Small thing. Tonight, dear, I'm hunting. You need somebody to hold you. You need somebody to kiss you. You need somebody to love you. I could be that somebody. Could you be my somebody?
That's the new one from Sister Debbie. She calls this one Somebody. Where did you film this one?
Okay, so this was filmed in Afenia.
Okay, okay.
Yes, yeah.
I like the colors. I like the outfit and everything else.
Thank you.
Was it your concept?
My concept and my styling. So, but the clothes are made by Steve French.
Okay.
And yeah, all the dresses in the video are made by Steve French.
This is a different direction from your music.
Yes, it is.
Why did you decide to toe this line?
Okay, so Kuvi sent this beat and I fell in love with it immediately. And I think it's because I understand house music, or, you know, Afrobeat is like house music.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because of my European side, but going to Europe, you know, often, this is the kind of vibe that you get. It's like Ibiza or like Europe in the club, but it's also global. You know, Afrobeat is now becoming global.
It is.
So
it is.
I just wanted that vibe, and I wanted to feature someone from Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you also consider comments from people that maybe music was not your thing, and so you had to work on some of the problems that you had? Because I remember when you released the songs, I'm sure you saw the messages on social media.
Yeah, like, oh, stop doing music.
Stop doing music.
Stick to modeling.
Exactly. Did it get to you? And if it did, what did you work on to improve upon your craft?
Okay, so when people pass such comments, I understand where they are coming from, because my music is different, okay? One, it's different. You can't compare it to anyone else's music. And as Ghanaians, I may be wrong, but we are not really welcoming to originality and creativity and authenticity. Maybe I won't say creativity, but I mean, even in school, we are given handouts and we are supposed to copy the same handouts into our textbook. We are supposed to chew poor pass. We are trained and taught to copy, which is wrong, okay? So now, if they don't see what I've done, they haven't seen that Beyonce has done it, so it's difficult for them to compare. Where is this from? Yeah, but I understand it that way, so I don't let it get to me, because I know that if you stick to your style and you are consistent, eventually people will accept you. So now when I release a song and even the title is fine, oh, say Debbie dear, exactly, and then you get accepted. So with everything that anyone does, if you believe in yourself and you have professionals in the industry, that same industry, backing you up and working with you, you don't have anything to fear. You have to keep going, and with that consistency, I feel you'll be accepted.
Once I have you here, I need to ask you about this as well. Let's talk about nudity and semi-nudity on social media. Okay. And when it comes to that, we see you as a model, of course, posting a lot of photos showing a lot of skin.
Okay.
We're in a setting where people don't necessarily accept nudity in the country. How are you managing to deal with this, especially with parents who are probably saying, I don't think she's a good role model for my child. I don't want my child to go on social media and all they see about Sister Debbie is hair wearing, maybe some thong showing her butt and all of that. Do you get those comments?
I do get a few of those comments.
Okay.
And I always ask myself, is my image hurting anybody? As in, is it hurting you physically? Is it hurting you financially? Is it hurting
psychologically? Don't you think it's hurting children, young people?
No, because I don't expose my vagina. I don't expose my nipples.
Do you need to expose that before we say that you've gone nude on social media?
That would be going fully nude. I don't go fully nude. I show, most of the time it's just my legs or my butt cheeks. And when people try to criticize me, I ask them, what's the harm in butt cheeks?
There's no harm in that?
No, there's no harm in that. There's harm in seeing dirty gutters choked with plastics and, you know.
So you think that's more important than talking about?
Yeah, I feel like the environment and things around us are more important than skin. Skin is not harmful to people.
What about the minds of young people? Because if that's what they're seeing constantly, then they tend to accept that this is what is the norm, and maybe I should go by these.
Okay, so as I said, I don't do pornography. I don't have like any sex scenes on the internet or anything like that. And with nudity or semi-nudity, we have, well, growing up, my mom would walk naked in the house. Like, that's my mom.
But that's in the house. She never came out with it.
And did I come out here naked?
No, you didn't. But on social media, that's public.
Yeah, but I don't show, as I said, I don't show like, you know, vital parts or private parts that maybe might be disturbing to some people.
Yeah.
Yes, so I don't see anything wrong or harmful with butt cheeks. I don't see anything wrong or harmful with legs. And especially when the picture is well put together and tasteful and nice, I don't see anything wrong with that.
I see. So quickly, when is the EP coming out?
So hopefully 7th March.
I see. That's 2 weeks time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm dropping it with a song. Is it time to wrap up?
Well, yeah, we have just a few
Okay,
minutes,
so you guys should look out for Canzo.
Okay.
And it features La Pili from Spain. La Pili featured me in her song recently. We released it just the end of last year. And it also features Kofi Mole.
Okay.
And Canzo talks about beauty underneath.
I see.
So whether you have big wele or small wele, that's probably why you've been seeing a lot of butt cheeks recently.
Ah, so you were driving at something.
I am driving at something.
Canzo,
I'm always driving at something.
Canzo is the beauty beneath.
The beauty beneath. So whatever beauty I see of Berla, even the beauty underneath or in you is more beautiful.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
And that's going to come up before the EP drops?
Well, it will drop
with
the EP. So that's what we're going to use to push the EP.
How many songs on that EP?
7.
7?
7 is my favorite number. It used to be the number I was scared of, and I made it my favorite number because it's the number of perfection.
I see.
Yes.
Well, maybe another time we'll talk about your fears and then you tell me about why you were scared.
I don't talk about my fears anymore.
Why?
Why would you share your fears?
Well,
so
you said you've gotten over your fear of the number 7. So that's why I'm saying that another time when we get to speak, you tell me why you were scared of the number 7.
Because it was an odd number. Because it's an odd number.
That's
I don't like odd numbers.
That's not convincing.
Yeah. No,
I've been talking to Sister Derby, and yes, I hope you enjoyed her new video. Somebody is what she calls it. It's coming off her EP that should come out on the 7th of March, God willing.
Yes. And
it will come out with a song, Canzo, and so look out for that. But yes, find her on social media. Let her know what you think about her brand new song. So is that Sister Derby?
Sister Deborah.
Sister Deborah,
yes.
Across all platforms.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you too for having me.
When are we getting married?
Who?
Ha!